o'clock in the morning. Ooh. I see ice on the road. I mean, ice on the grass. And I drive right here, and the sun is beaming. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Is the stove open? Hey, buddy, is the stove open?
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, what you talking about in there?
Kroger.
Yeah, you can go in there.
Oh, it's open. All right. I need to go on Kroger's. CVS is not open. Top of the morning, man. Y'all follow my new channel, man. We ain't doing nothing. Nothing but steady. Yeah, we studying, man. We got 33 days left in this year. And I definitely want to go over some things that is definitely important. Some things about to happen, and we're gonna go over it. Top of the morning to the people. Another day. Good morning. What's up with it, Anthony Mack? Yeah. Y'all follow my new channel. I'm dedicating a whole channel to that good light, man. And this dark hour is getting darker and darker and darker and darker. Oh, it's open. We good. Yeah, it's getting darker and darker and darker. Hey, listen. You can't play with God's word, man. One thing I can say that I have seen and I have experienced. When you chase money and use God's name for money, or use it for your own personal, your own personal thing, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna be nothing but failure. Burkina Faso, I miss y'all too, bro. Nothing but love to y'all out there. But I have a lot of work to do here in America. My people need my support out here. It's millions of us out here, but everybody not willing to do the work. And one thing, chasing business, trying to get money from Burkina Faso, that ain't God work. That ain't God plan. But I was happy to be y'all servant though, for sure. Everybody not built the same. Some people want your wealth. They want your resources. They want your money. They want to get fame off of you. I can't do that. Nah, but they failing at that anyway. Ain't no money coming in. That's all bogus. But to each his own. Everybody need to go where they feel they need to go. But one thing, you can't go in another person's country and think you're gonna make money off their country while they not even getting their money off the country. You know what I mean? Nah, real hard test is that's definitely where we at right now. It's hard test season. But chasing money, you gotta have money to live. But you can't, don't use God's name for clicks and views and then don't say nothing about his word. That's a hypocrite. That's a person that they're gonna pay a heavy price for that. Don't use God's words in your thumbnails and titles, and then when you talk, you ain't got his word. You telling them what you want to tell them. That's bogus. And it's gonna bring failure too. I'm watching it. So I got a channel dedicated straight to his word. It won't be mixed with nothing else. Cause I wanna make sure that I did the best I could as a believer, as a disciple. You know, a disciple is somebody who following the guidelines and guidance of the spiritual person, whether it's Jesus, Muhammad, whether it's a modern day Farrakhan, Elijah. They teaching us all the prophets work for God. All of them work for God. You can't separate the prophets. But we not living in the time of prophecy. We living in the time of the fulfillment of what they was talking about. So I'm so glad I've been on my study, because when I come and share what I got to share, it's light, understanding. I heard the minister say, man, they don't even got what I'm looking for. I heard the minister say the Bible and the Quran is knowledge. But the last man who come give you the understanding of both of them books. Because having them books, they just books. They can give you some inspiration for sure. But as far as the full understanding, that come from the last man. Because people got books, we've been having them books, it's been religion. But the understanding of it though, I'm like, man, studying is very important. You got to study for yourself. Hey, good morning now.
Good morning.
Yep. All right, y'all. All right. Yep. So, one thing, I got a whole channel dedicated. But of course, you know, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna give y'all what I need to give right here, so I can at least get y'all over there. I don't know if I could go live yet. Probably, I gotta do probably 1,000 or how many subscribers you need to go live? What, about 300, 400, 500? Yeah, I want y'all to come lock in with me over there. I was trying to buy some damn pens. And look, here go a pen right here. I was trying to buy me a pack of pens, cause it's homework time. Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Yeah, my new channel, FOI Business 247. And one thing, when you study your word in your book, it's very confusing. You know, people say start at the first page and start reading. That's fine. But what you reading, if you don't understand what you reading, you got to have a gift from God to just understand it without no direction. But I want to shout out the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Gave us some direction. Been given the direction. And anybody who got that information was able to make something happen with it. Shout out to Jesus. We gonna definitely get in Jesus' word. Oh my goodness, man. The right understanding of that man, Jesus, the prophet, 2,000 years ago. Then Jesus, the Messiah. Did you know that the Muslim world is waiting for the Mahdi and the return of Jesus? Most people don't know that. We're not waiting for Muhammad to come back. It says the Mahdi and Jesus will be together. Yeah, so I got a lot that I want to share. I've been deep into it. I got pages and pages and pages and pages I done wrote. And it's stuff you will overlook. It's things in this Bible that you will overlook because, you know, the people who gave us the Bible, they took out a lot of pages or a lot of chapters. They took chapters out. King James and the boy Constantine, they didn't want them parts in there that explain who Adam and Eve is. Adam and Eve, the Bible only go back 6,000 years, but black people been on this planet for trillions of years, millions, billions, and trillions of years. The original people of the earth. And when God and the people that he had with him to organize, bring man, let us make man in our image and in our likeness. God always been a man. He never been just a spirit floating somewhere. The spirit go inside of a body. The body go back to the earth, but the spirit never die. Nah, the spirit never die. That's eternal. Yeah. And then guess what the slave masters orchestrated? That you would live forever. Yep. They said they promoted to the slaves, you know, about a heaven up in the sky somewhere while they was building their heaven on earth. They was telling the slaves, giving us religion as Christians, that when you die, that's when you get your heaven. And but right now, while you on earth, be a good slave, be a good servant. You know, be a good servant. Listen to your master. So it was a way to calm us down. They didn't want us to be revolutionary. They didn't want us to be looking for liberation and freedom. They wanted us to just be calm. When you die, you're gonna live forever. Nobody lives forever. If that's the case, Noah should still be alive. Oh yeah, he gonna come back to life in the resurrection. Oh my goodness, the resurrection, we got a big misunderstanding. That was talking about the last days, and the people's minds was gonna get resurrected from ignorance, self-hate, moral decadence, evil living. It's a blueprint. Nah, it's a cold blueprint, man. Of the Bible. All right, let's talk about it then. Go ahead, tell me about it. So we gonna die. Everybody who did gonna come back to life. Is that what you're saying? Nah, we're not talking about did they live for 200 years. Methuselah lived to 1,000. Nah, we're not talking about that. Nah, we ain't talking about how long. I'm talking about forever. Yeah, our slave master taught us when you die, in the last, you know, when God comes, Jesus come back, he gonna everybody who with him gonna be living forever. Yeah. Yeah, the spirit live on. Yeah, the spirit is God. The God spirit. But it goes in the body though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we gonna put out the good word. I'm finna put out some notes for y'all. Oh no, I gotta do it. Noah lived to 950. Come on with it. See, we not gonna fight. We just gonna look at it. We gonna get some facts. Yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me get my charger and let me bring. Yeah, let's have an early morning session real quick. Yeah, let us have an early morning session real quick. Let me get my tablet real quick. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Good morning. The cats is out here. Who was here yesterday when them cats pulled up? Boy, they ain't left yet. I told my wife and them, don't be feeding them cats, man. But my family, they love the animals. The cats don't want to leave. I say, man, let me put them cats in the box. They didn't got that fresh meal from yesterday. Next thing you know, they don't even want to leave, man. Does anybody want some cats? Some cute little cats too. One of them is pure black. I'm not superstitious, by the way. Does anybody want some cats? Man, I don't know where the hell them cats came from. They out there. I fed them this morning, though. You know, they are God's creatures. But them is some stray cats. What are you doing here? What are you doing here, sir? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. They is not trying to leave, bruh. Man, they sitting in front of my door right here, bro. This is crazy. All right, good morning. How y'all doing? That's funny right there. That's funny. Nah, that's funny though. That's funny right there. That's funny right there. All right, first of all, let me pull this out. I like to study, man. One thing I'm addicted now. I'm addicted. So I'm gonna pull out wait a minute. I'm gonna just go over a few points real quick. Yeah. Israel formed in 1946. All right, yeah, let me read some of what y'all talking about on here. Children of Israel, descendants of Jacob, Yaqub. Come on. Yeah, Yaqub, you got that right. You got that right. Yaqub is the father of the European race. He was black. He came up with the birth control of kill the dark babies, save the light babies. That took 600 years before you got pure white and blue eyes, blonde hair. A new type of people. So let's do this real quick. The original Bible had 73 books. No, 78 books. Now the new Bible got 66 books. For all my Bible people. You know the Bible got 66 books. But there was a book called Adam and Eve. It talks about when Adam and Eve got kicked out the garden. The Christians in America say Adam and Eve is the first people on the planet. But that's not true. Adam and Eve is a group of people that disobeyed God in the Holy Land. Mecca, Saudi Arabia, right? Look at this. I got it right here. I put this up yesterday. Shout out to whoever just typed that. Let's pull it up and see what does the book they took out called Adam and Eve, who was it talking to? Who kicked them out the garden? Where did they go? How long was they there? And why? And why did it say that let's give them dominion and power over the land, the air, and the sea, and give them power to make a new world that's not God's world, but the world we live in. And we at the end of the 6,000 years, which was 1914. Now we in the 7,000th year, where they world got to go down and God world got to come back in. Let's look at it real quick. Y'all follow my new channel, FOI Business 247. That's what I'm doing on that channel. Nothing but this. What we doing? Let's go back right here. I want to pull this up right here. The first book of Adam and Eve. It got 79 chapters. They took this out the original Bible, that Ethiopian Bible they be talking about. Have you heard of an Ethiopian Bible? It's bigger. Yeah, they took it out. The book of Enoch, the book of Adam and Eve. Let's look at it right here. Let's pull it up real quick. I want to read it because I know most people never even read it for themselves or never even saw it. You know, we got the King James Version. We don't know nothing about no book of Adam and Eve, book of Enoch, all that. Look what it say right here in chapter 1. Adam and Eve leave Eden. On the third day, God planted the garden in the east of the earth, on the border of the whole world. And he placed therein Adam and Eve, whom he had created. And when they had transgressed and were driven out of the garden, they went and dwelled in the land called Elder, in the land of their creation. Right? Look at this. Look at this right here. All right, here we go. Then Adam said to Eve, look how the garden has been taken away from us. And they sat and wept because of it, and the sorrow all night until the morning. And Adam said to Eve, see, this is the land in which the Lord will bring us when he shall judge us. Chapter 2. When they came to the opening of the cave, Adam and Eve had to go live in the cave. Europe, from the Holy Land, and they walked 2,200 miles by the Moors, yes, Islamic people, driving them to the caves. Adam and Eve is a group of people. It's not just one man and one woman. And Adam said to Eve, why has our Creator done this to us? What is our offense? What is our sin? Then they entered the cave and saw it was dark. And Adam said to Eve, this darkness is the same as the darkness of the night in which we were deprived of the garden. So long as we were in the garden, we did not see night or darkness. And Adam stood and prayed, O Lord, when were we in the garden? We neither saw nor knew about sorrow was. God comforts them. Then God said to Adam, O Adam, I have made this world and everything in it, but I have not made you to be ruled by it. I have made you higher than all things. Therefore, I will not leave you in distress. When Adam heard these words, he rejoiced. Section 4. Adam and Eve went forth to the place where they were created and said, I will cry for having left the garden, and my tears shall fall upon the ground. And Eve said, let us rise and look. They found food, but it was unfit for them. They wept because it was very bitter. Then Satan appeared to them in the form of an angel, and he said, why do you cry? I am the one who brought you out of the garden. When Adam and Eve heard these words, they were afraid. But God sent his word and drove Satan away. And God said, this enemy has deceived you. Do not let him approach you again. See, I pulled this up yesterday. Section 6, Adam and Eve's great sorrow. And Adam and Eve came near the garden and wept, and they asked God to bring them into the garden again. Then the word of God came to them and said, I will lead you back into the garden, but not now, when the covenant I have made is fulfilled. Their first prayers for forgiveness. Adam and Eve stood outside the garden and prayed, and Adam said, oh God, forgive me for what I have done. And God heard them, and God said, Adam, I will forgive you, but the penalty must be fulfilled. Well, first of all, this already, why did they take this out the Bible? Because this clearly saying that Adam and Eve is the European people who got drove out of the Middle East over to Europe. They had to stay there for 2,000 years. Before we even do that, let's see what Elijah Muhammad said. And people laughed at Elijah Muhammad. People laughed at Elijah Muhammad said that the black man made the white man. Let us make man in our image and in our likeness. They like, man, this man is crazy. He lost his mind. All right, let's see what Elijah Muhammad said. We're going to do a lot of this. Follow my new channel. We're going to do nothing but this on my new channel. On my new channel, watch this right here. Let me pull it up for you. The Making of the Devil. You can find this in the book of Message to the Black Man. Look at this right here. Now, we just read what was in the original Bible, a book called Adam and Eve. They took it out. Another book is called Enoch. Matter of fact, before I read Elijah's words, look what the book of Enoch say. Let's go back. See, on this channel, we're going to go into some good information. Look at this right here. The book of Enoch, chapter 107. Enoch explains this child. Somebody has a child. The child is pure white. This is strange to Methuselah and them. Look what he says right here in the book of Enoch. And Methuselah went to Enoch at the ends of the earth and cried out. And Enoch said to him, a great destruction will come upon the earth, but this child who is born unto you shall be left upon the earth, and his 3 children shall be saved with him. He is not the son of angels, but truly your son. This child's appearance is a sign, for he will be the remnant who survives the great judgment of the flood, and through him a new world shall be planted. All right, watch this. The book of Noah, look at this. The book of Enoch and the book of Noah, why they take them out? Look what it says. And after some days, my son Methuselah took a wife for his son Lamech, and she became pregnant by him and bore a son. And his body was white as snow and red as the blooming rose, and the hair of his head was white like wool, and his eyes were beautiful. And when he opened his eyes, he made the whole house bright like the sun, so that the whole house was exceptionally bright. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife, he opened his mouth and spoke to the Lord of righteousness. And his father Lamech was afraid of him and fled, and went to his father Methuselah. And he said to him, I have begotten a strange son, unlike man, and resembling the sons of God of heaven. And his nature is different, and he is not like us. His eyes are as rays of the sun, and his countenance is glorious. I fear that something extraordinary has been done in my days, and that this child is not sprung from me, but from the angels, and I fear that it is his days a wonder shall be done on this earth. And now, my father, I appeal to you to seek Enoch, our father, to learn from him the truth, for he dwells with the angels. And then that's what he says right here. And Methuselah went to Enoch at the ends of the earth. Methuselah went to Enoch. Shout out to whoever just sent that. Appreciate that. And Enoch said to him, a great destruction will come upon the earth, but this child who is born unto you shall be left upon the earth, and his 3 children shall be saved with him. He is not your son of angels, but truly your son. This child's appearance is a sign, For he will be the remnant who survives the great judgment, the flood, and through him a new world shall be planted. Man, is you paying attention? The Caucasian people, the white people, and I got white friends. I got white people I call family, but they don't act like they people. So some white people have a different heart, and some like F you black people. That's fine. They was given power. That's why they took over every place they went on the earth and took over. So, but they was given 6 days. That means 6,000 years. Okay? So 6,000 years over. That's why you see their world coming down and our world coming back up. It's not going to happen like overnight. It's a process. Let's see what Elijah got to say about this. He got a chapter called The Making of the Devil. You have learned from the reading of history that a nation's permanent success depends on its obedience to Allah. We have seen the white race in heaven among the righteous causing trouble, making mischief, and causing bloodshed until they were discovered. They made trouble for 6 months in the Holy Land, Mecca, which is called heaven, right in heaven, deceiving the ancient original people who were holy. But when they learned just who was causing the trouble, they, as you have learned, cast the troublemakers out into the worst part of our planet Earth. They were punished by being deprived of divine guidance for 2,000 years, which brought them almost into the family of wild beasts. Going on all fours, eating raw and unseasoned, uncooked food, living in caves and treetops, climbing and jumping from one tree to another. This isn't racism, this history. Even today, they climb and jump. The monkeys are from them. Listen, monkeys, apes, the monkeys are from them. Before their time, there was no such thing as a monkey or an ape on planet Earth. And swine, pig, that's a made animal, not a created animal. Pig is a made animal through grafting. Let me make sure I do this. And we're going to do this on my other channel. But I'm just giving you a little bit of homework that when you do more homework, the answers can come to you. Just reading the book, don't do the homework. You got to do the homework. That means cross-examine your Bible. And if you don't have a Quran, that's fine. You still want to dig deeper so that you could get it for yourself. Yes. Now look at this. Even today, they climbing and jumping. The monkeys are from them. But before their time, all right, before I say that, Google people who got tails. Google people who born with a tail. When you start trying to have sex with animals and different things of that nature, that's an abomination against God. So they was doing that over there in Europe, sex with animals, right? Some children are born with tails. You can Google it. You never saw nobody look like me with a tail, but you saw some other people with a tail, all right? This isn't racism. This is just information that I'm sharing with my people on here, all right? Hold on. Let me make sure. Let me pull this out. Let me read this right here. Yeah, we're going to get to it. And it's going to probably hurt some feelings, and that's okay. You know, anybody who don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. You know, shout out to my moderators knocking off them people who coming with anything. We're reading history right now. I just read what's in the original Bible about a child that was born that was the European color, right? This got took out. Why did they get kicked out of Eden? Because they was causing bloodshed. They was causing chaos. This group of people was causing chaos amongst the righteous people. So the righteous people kicked them out. These are human beings, not no dude from space. God always operated through man. The spirit of God always been in the people, all right? Now watch this. All right, even today, they like climbing and jumping. The monkeys are from them. Before their time, there was no such thing as monkeys, apes, and swine. Read the Holy Quran, chapter 18, entitled The Cave. The cave, the Holy Quran mentioned them as being turned into apes and swine as divine curse because of their disbelief in Moses, okay? We do not know that both of these animals are loved and befriended by the white race, along with the dog. But all of the divine curses sent upon the white race in these days are not enough to serve as a warning to that race. They rose up from the caves and hillsides of Europe, went back to Asia, and have ruled 9/10 of this great continent. Muhammad set the devils back 1,000 years. They were released on the coming of Columbus. Remember, they escaped out of Europe through Christopher Columbus, looking for other parts of the world to take over, okay? And his finding of the Western Hemisphere. They have been here now 400 years. Who did they bring with them? They went to Africa and grabbed us and brought us over here so we could work for them in this new Western world called America, okay? The worst and most unpardonable sin were the bringing of the so-called Negroes here to do their labor. The so-called Negroes have not only given free labor, but have given their lives on the soil of their masters and all over the earth. Wherever his hateful and murdering slave master wants them to go, now the slaves want better treatment. They are fast learning today that these are the children of those who made merchandise out of their fathers. The devil is the devil regardless of place and time. They deceived our fathers and are now deceiving the children under many false disguises, as though they want to be friends of the black man, such as integration and intermarriage. The devil said to Allah, I shall certainly come upon them from them and from behind them, and from their right side and their left side. Thou wilt not find most of them thankful. That's in the Holy Quran, chapter 7, verse 17. This is being fulfilled before our very eyes. The devils are doing both. They come to the so-called Negroes as friends, as open enemies. They go before them, changing the truth into false, and come behind the truth bearer to the so-called Negroes, speaking evil of the truth. They threaten the so-called Negroes with poverty and imprisonment and make rosy promises to them only to deceive. We've been getting deceived, but we waking up now. That's what oil means in your lamp in this dark hour. That's what knowledge, or that's what wisdom is. Wisdom is understanding the knowledge that we already learned, but we didn't know what it meant. We going deeper now. They are telling the so-called Negroes that they realize that they used to mistreat the Negroes, but now they are going to do better and forget the past. Let us live like brothers, for we are all from God. Along with such smooth lies is an offer of one of the devil's women. They're offering us the women. Now black men can have a white woman and live in peace, have babies, make a family, okay? The poor so-called Negroes fall victim, and the devil men raid the neighborhood of the so-called Negro women day and night to make all desirous of hellfire. This is the way they have planned to beat Allah to the so-called Negroes. What should you do? The answer, stay away from sweethearting with devils. Surely this is the end of their time on our planet. Allah said to the devil, get out of it, despised and driven away. Whoever of them, the Negroes, will follow you, I will certainly fill hell with you all. Chapter 7, verse 18 of the Holy Quran. So remember, your seeking friendship with this race of devils means seeking a place in their hell, okay? The devil swore to them that he was a sincere advisor. Holy Quran, chapter 7, verse 21. The Holy Quran further says, surely they took the devils for friends instead of Allah, and they think that they are right guided. Chapter 7, verse 30. Not only the so-called Negroes are deceived by the race of devils, but even many of the Asiatic Muslims do not know that the white race are devils. Now, listen. this isn't racism. If God gave the white Europeans the power to run this world, why? He did it for his own wise reason. You would say, well, why would God put somebody on the earth that's going to do all that? Because we wasn't listening to him, so he gave us another ruler that's going to make a whole new world, but it'll only be for 6 days, which is 6,000 years, which we've just completed in 1914. Shout out to Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. People used to say, oh, they were crazy. How did the white man get here and blah, blah, blah. Nah, Master Farah Muhammad, which we'll get into, came over here to give us the knowledge. Jesus said, you shall know the truth. He didn't give the people the truth when he was here. He said, there's many things that I could tell you, but you can't handle it right now. But when he comes, the spirit of truth will guide you into all truth. He didn't say a spirit like it's some invisible energy that's going to start teaching you. No, it's a man filled with the spirit to give you the truth. It hurts. It's uncomfortable. People don't like it. They want to stay in their old way. That's fine. But the messenger of Elijah Muhammad's job was only to get his message. That's what I'm reading from right now. Let's see, does it make any more sense? Okay. Some hate me for teaching this manifest truth of that race, but I want my people here, the so-called Negroes, to wake up and escape the fire that Allah has kindled for their enemies, for they really are not to blame and only need awakening, okay? Some so-called Negroes who are in love with the devils do not like to see nor hear, hold on, they don't want to see or hear being made manifest. We could lose them without ever missing them. For all who are found believing in and in love with the devils will be destroyed with the devils. Now, the world must know how to distinguish the real devils from the non-devils. For there are thousands of our people throughout the world who can hardly be distinguished by color from the real devil. There are certain climates which seem to change the white race into red or brown color. And where they mix freely with our own kind, their skin and eyes show a difference in color. Their eyes are brown and grayish and blue. By carefully watching their behavior, you can easily distinguish them from our people, dark brown, yellow, or red. The characteristics of their children are easily distinguished from the original children, regardless of how near in color they may be. The devil children, whenever they are around and among original children, they like to show off and love to make mockery of the original children. We get laughed at for our lips, our hair, our dark skin. We get laughed at. Even Black Americans laugh. Even Africans laugh at us. Yeah, it's a cold thing. Shout out to knowledge and shout out to a messenger that we received here in America. It's saying in the Holy Quran that every nation receives a messenger. Ours, nobody else came. Master Farah Muhammad came over here, the son of man, the great Mahdi that the Muslim world looking for, found Elijah Muhammad, gave him some information that sounded absolutely crazy. But every year, every day that go by, his word coming true. Each day that's going by. It's called light, wisdom, understanding, knowledge. Okay, I go to church. That's fine. Your pastor ain't telling you this. Why? Because your pastor got his certificate from the devils who certified a certain way to teach Christianity. Christianity ain't bad. No, it's the way it's being taught. They took some stuff out. So it'll make you a better believer in dying and going to heaven, living forever. That's the promise of the Christianity the way it's taught right now. Confess your soul, get baptized, you saved now, and you get to live forever. That's a sound like a great thing. But then it don't change you from getting your life together. You could go to church and still be the same. You could be a Muslim, still be the same. Having more knowledge, it make you correct yourself. You can't look at the world and say, oh, they wicked over there, they wicked over there. Check your own self. And if you claim Allah or Jesus or Jehovah or Yahweh or Yeshua, you should be found trying to do the work of who you claiming. Because Jesus said there's other sheep that's not in this fold that will be saved. So that means Muslims and Christians don't supposed to fight. You be a Muslim, you be a Christian, stay like that. We brothers. We brothers. Yeah, we brothers. Oh, you a Hebrew. That's fine. You are a brother. You Jehovah Witness. Fine. You a Methodist. You a Baptist. That's fine. The devil want us to fight. The whole goal is to get back right with God so that we could be qualifying to be saved. Not, oh, I got baptized, I'm saved. I repented, then I go back. I repented again, then I go back. Well, you know, JT, nobody could be perfect. Well, God is requiring perfection right now because we have the opportunity to be perfect. What's that mean? Fall back from the thing that keep calling you. That's the Satan within yourself. It ain't a white man telling you to do it. We can't blame white people for what's going on now. We gotta fight the devil inside ourselves. We gotta fight that self-righteous, I'm better than you. That's what Satan said why he didn't bow down. Iblis didn't want to bow down. I'm better than what you making this man out of dust. I'm made out of fire. I don't gotta be, this dude ain't nothing. A lot of us get religion and start acting like, well, I'm God chosen. What makes you God chosen? Who have you saved? Oh, I'm God's elect. How many people have you saved if you part of God's elect? If you can't point to somebody that you have saved, then you just running your mouth. Yap, 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 yap. I'm God chosen. How much work have you done? How many people did you bring to your faith, to the mosque or to the church or to the temple? How many? Then don't say that you God chosen, because I'm not saying it and I'm doing the work for sure. I'm bringing people and I'm reading his word. How can you claim God's word and then you don't tell nobody the word? Just a hypocrite hiding out. I'm God chosen. Man, you a hypocrite. How the hell somebody claiming Jesus and you ain't read none of Jesus' word? How the hell you say you a Muslim and you ain't shared none of the chapters out of the holy book that you got called Quran? That's hypocrisy. And guess what? Go ahead. We will fail at everything we said telling the world we gonna do. I'm about to do this. Fail. I'm about to do that. Fail. God will not let us use his name and don't do his work and think we're going to have success. After you fail a certain amount of times, that's when you come back to the straight path. That's when you start wanting to be, all right, well, what's going on, Lord? Because everything I'm trying to do, failing. The first thing is, do you get up and pray? That's an everyday task. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Follow my new channel. We going harder than what I'm doing right now. And I'm going to spend way more time because people getting information is what the word helps the individual that wasn't doing no homework, that wasn't doing no studying. The individual who get the word is God if you reading his word. When that go into the ear of the individual and then into the heart, if they don't block it out and they really start to just, let's reason. It's a group of people that have been running the world, dogging us out. And God came to America. What? Didn't the book say that God, he not sending a prophet in the last day? He said, I'm going to come. We're going to read some of that too. I just want to read. We can't be mad at our Caucasian people for what they doing to us. We can't be mad at no powerful people because God gave them the power. Now he giving them a chance to do right by the people. If they don't, fine. There's a thing called hell that's being kindled. There's a thing called chastisement that's brewing right now. There's something called the plagues that's about to be unleashed. Whatever plague we thought we saw with the COVID, that ain't the real thing. Whatever we think we saw with the tsunami and Katrina and the couple little earthquakes, that's not it. Those are little signs. When it happened, when God clocked, there is a timeline right now that we under, right now, that those who get themselves together and do the work, those are the elect. Those are the chosen. Why? Because you got to carry your cross. If you Christian, if you Muslim, you got to carry that same cross. What's that? Rejection, hate, people laughing at you, people saying you crazy, or you too religious, or hey, it don't matter. If this is my faith, I better be found sharing it and inviting some people so that I can have value with the God. Do you think he want me to get this word and now I feel like I'm saved and I kick back and I don't do no work? Then when the chastisement start, The people that's gonna suffer the most is those who didn't do the work. You can't claim, especially claiming Jesus. Jesus say, feed my sheep. Get out here and go get somebody because the time is ticking. The book say when it go dark, no man gonna be able to work. So why you think I've been on here? I ain't been on here trying to promote making money in business. Hell nah. That ain't more important. I see the sign of what's finna happen. You can look at the news, it's about to go down. What did you do, my servant, when you had a chance to do something? What did you say? What did you do with the breath I gave you? Did you share something with people? Did you even try? Because when persecution start, I'm protecting the elect that was winning. It say he who seek to save his life. You got people leaving America talking about I'm gonna save my life. I'm gonna go be saved somewhere. Boy, there ain't no being. You can't run from this. Oh, I'm gonna go live in a bunker. Ain't gonna be saved in a bunker. God made the earth. He just shake that thing, boy. You'll be in your bunker. I'm gonna go live over here. Nah, ain't no running from this. You running from your responsibility of what God is requiring. All his children and servants help do the job. Now let me read a couple more. Let me read a couple more just little sentences right here because I thought that was pretty interesting. That, and for whoever just coming on now, we read out the book of Enoch and the book of Adam and Eve. They took out a book called Enoch. They took out a book called Adam and Eve, the original Bible that describes who was the Adam and Eve that got kicked out the garden. And why do it say, and we created them or made them in our image, in our likeness, and gave them power? Why would God give power to some folk who finna tear the earth up? Because I want to show forth my power. Yeah, and the people didn't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen to me no more, so I'm going to go ahead and give you another God, a man. Yeah, he's the God of this world. Well, the God of the original world said he been hidden. Yeah, and he says in the book, I will come. Well, where you been, God? I've been ducked off right here watching. Letting Satan do his thing. The example of that is Job. Job was one of God righteous. Why did the devil say, I'll make Job cuss you to your face? If you take that hedge of protection off of him, I'll make Job cuss you to your face. And why would God say, all right, I'm going to remove the hedge. You just can't kill him. Go ahead. And Satan started doing whatever. He did his Satan thing on Job. Getting sick. His wife and children talking crazy. Cuss God. Man, he ain't helping you out. Black people, we look like we didn't have no protection. What is he doing? He's killing us. He's doing everything evil to us. Every single thing. But we holding on. Black people holding on to faith through Jesus Christ here in America. Some through Allah, but most people through Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know we going through it. In slavery, our people, our grandmama and them, Jesus Christ. Just hold on, y'all. Hold on. Shout out to our grandmothers and our grandparents. Yeah, shout out to our grandparents that held on. Jesus gonna save us. Just hold on. Just hold on. Job went through all of that and never cussed God. Black people, please don't cuss God when things going bad. Suffering is part of redemption. Redemption means you have been redeemed. It's like going to the pawn shop. You put something in the pawn shop, you got to pay the extra percentage plus what they gave you and redeem your calculator back or your computer or your diamond ring or your whatever you pawn. It got to be redeemed, but it got to be redeemed with some extra on top of it. Well, for us to be redeemed, suffering part of it, unfortunately. Y'all hit them like buttons and follow my new channel. On my new channel, this is all we doing every day. I'm gonna come on here a few more times until I got enough of y'all on my new channel so I could go live over there, and I'm gonna be spending hours because I'm thankful that I've been doing homework. A lot of my people don't spend 8 hours in a day and do no homework in that Bible. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a minister. What the hell you doing studying for 8 hours in a day on any given day? Because, boy, I see something coming, and I don't want to be no fool. I didn't got enough nuggets to say, JT, you better study then tell the people. You read it, share it. I don't care who believe it or not. My job ain't to make nobody be no believer. My job ain't to change a Christian to Muslim, Muslim to Christian. Nope. My job to talk to both. Methodist, Baptist, Episcopalian, Seventh-day Adventist, Catholic, Muslim, Shiite, Sufi, Nation of Islam. It don't matter. Crip, Blood, GD, BD. It don't matter. Nah, hell nah. You know why? Because the thing that's finna come to your doorstep, you better go get your book so you can start building for yourself. And this is just inspiration for those who feel like they might don't got time. Social media, TV, movies, smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, chasing women, all of that is a distraction that take you away from getting the light in your mind so you know how to navigate for you and your family when things start going crazy. You can't run to Africa and think you safe from God's judgment. Hell no. You can't run to Asia, Vietnam. You can't run to Europe. You can't go live in Dubai. This gonna be everywhere. Let me finish. All right. So we talking about how the white man was made and what his job was. The white people doing their job better than black people. White people in 1910, 1917, somewhere around there, you had somebody called the Wright brothers. They made an airplane out of materials and took flight. They get the credit for the European people as the first to take flight with a plane, right? Our people been flying. But when we went down, all that knowledge was hidden. Why? So that the white people can build something. From 1910 or 17, something like that, to 1960, they out there in space by the moon. They didn't went to the moon. Now, some more years later, they got a machine on Mars driving around. How the hell, what type of battery did they make for a machine? And what type of antenna do they got? They the God of this world. They know how to make a new human being. They know how to make a new sheep. They know how to make meat for the computer. All of these things is their power. They know how to make it rain. They know how to make an earthquake. They got new technology that's going on. What do you think our original technology? That's that mother plane you see flying around with a Son of Man or the MacD on it, with the Christ on it, waiting to come back after a certain amount of activity. They gonna do what they gotta do. The moment or this time of us having a chance to hear this info, give us the chance to see what side we on. Now let's see what it say right here. They teach them evil, talk filth, sing filthy songs, filthy dancing and games, and will not leave the original children without starting a fight. Their little mouths, like their parents before them, are filled with cursing and swearing. Remember the Bible's teaching of this race of devils, and especially in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 through 12, and Revelation chapter 12, verses 9, 17, 20, and 10. The treatment of the so-called Negroes by the devils is sufficient proof to the so-called Negroes that they, the white race, are devils. This ain't racism. This is facts. The Bible calls them devils. We didn't call them devils. We didn't know. We thought we was the devil, the way we act. But they taught us how to act like this. Now the black man is the new devil. We are a professional at this thing. And if his teaching, along with what they are suffering from their beloved devils, does not awaken them to knowledge of the devils, all I can say for them then is that they are just lost. They won't be accepted by God nor by the righteous Muslims with even the name of the devils. The children of Israel. Israel is the white race. They gave all of us their last names. Johnson, Thomas, Green, Greenspan, Smith, Anderson. All them names come from our slave master. We are their children. 300 years ago, the Thomas family, the Washingtons. George Washington had his slaves, and they brand their name on us. So if you got a name of your enemy and you ain't got an African name or something like that, then you are the children of Israel. That's okay, because the truth is coming, and most people now is changing their last names. And people like, I ain't naming my little son. He gonna have a new name. Well, you going against grandma and grandpa. No, I ain't. Grandma and grandpa is the children of slaves, and I don't want that. We not doing that. We starting something new. I don't care if you say, I'm boogada, boogada, boogada. That's your last name, whatever. Anything that sound like something that match us. Because Chinese people don't name their son Anderson. It is Wong and Tong and all of that. A Latino person last name, they going to have Gonzalez or something like that. The black man, our last name might be Greenspan. Boy, who was that? Shit, Alan Greenspan. We might have the name of Hitler. Or, you know, you get what I'm saying. Our people is the only people that's named after other people. If you go to Africa, they starting to call themselves some American names now, but I'm just using that as an example. Yeah, Muhammad took hold of the beast, the belief in one God, Allah, and was successful 1,400 years after him. We are successful. That is, we who will not set up another God with Allah. The fools who refuse to believe in Allah alone as the one God, if asked, who made the heavens and earth? Most surely would say God and would not say God the Son and the Holy Ghost. They gave us three gods. God the Father, who you don't know if he a man or not. They say he a spirit. Jesus the Son, okay, he's a man and God. And then the Holy Spirit, something invisible that flies around, all right? Then why don't you serve and obey? Okay, hold on. All right, matter of fact, let me come out of this now. We're going to get up off of them. Now we're going to do this. This for all my my Bible people, because one thing that's sure, we want to know. We want to know. All right, let's go to the book of Habakkuk for all my Christian people that have Bibles. You should know about this, and maybe you don't. Okay, maybe you do, maybe you don't. In the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 16, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice, rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh upon the people, he will invade them with his troops. Okay, now watch this. Let's get to the actual chapter. Okay, we're going to talk about, we're going to look at this right here, because it says that God came from T-Man and the Holy One in Mount Paran, right? Let's look at it. I want to pull it up and just read it real quick, because I think it's important. I think it's important. Let's do this. Yeah, God came from T-Man and the Holy One came from Mount Paran. So in the last days, so God came from T-Man. That's a place on earth, and that's a group of people called T-Man. Mount Paran, the Holy One, that's somebody coming from Arabia. Matthew 24, as lightning shine from the east unto the west, so shall the son of the come, so shall the Son of Man come from the east to the west. Mecca, Mount Paran, over there in the east, the Holy Land. Where he coming? To America, the west. What are you gonna do? In the book right here, Malachi, before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, I will send you the prophet Elijah. Before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, where the eagle in the carcass is found. Okay, no, that's actually, hold on. I'm in two different chapters. Okay, the Son of Man coming from the east to the west, as lightning shine from the east into the west, where the carcass and the eagle is found. The carcass is a dead group of people called the Black American. We used to be alive, now we like a carcass. Who stands over us? The eagle. Who's the eagle? The American power, our slave masters. And then in Malachi tell you who gonna come in the last days. Before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, I will send you the prophet Elijah. He will turn the heart of the children back to the father and the heart of the father back to the children, lest I, God, come and smite the earth with a curse. All right? That's some good info. Now, watch this right here. For people who claim Islam, if you don't know this, then you probably, you just a Muslim and then don't even know. The Mahdi prophecy is an Islamic belief especially strong in Sunni and Shia traditions, that near the end time, God will raise a guided leader called Mahdi, the rightly guided one, a human being. So God ain't sending nobody to restore nobody as a spirit. It's the spirit of God is gonna be in a man, like Jesus. People say they waiting on Jesus. All right, that's a good thing. You know why? Because you right. Hold on, man. Let me pull this up. One thing about studying, and this ain't my full breakdown, but I just thought that I should at least let the people know. Follow my new channel where I want to go over this, and I'm gonna spend way more time. I've been on here 66 minutes. This ain't the live that I wanted to do. I just was pointing out a couple things, because if you looking for anybody else to come save you, first of all, the word saves you by giving you inspiration. Second of all, there's a man who come to give you the guidance. A messenger guides. When a person say, oh, I don't listen to no man, well, you reading the word from a man. That's number one. Number two, do you fully understand what you reading in the Bible and Quran? Farrakhan say the book, Bible and Quran, you can have both them books and still be doing devilishment. It doesn't save. It's the understanding or the wisdom, the oil, the light of these two books that give you clarity, so that you just don't be reading these books. Because think about it. We don't follow Islam as taught by the East no more. We taught through the NOI now a better understanding. Why? The people who say they're Muslim, they did a deal with America. America gave the Islamic people access to the black community to set up corner stores, gas stations, and hotels. At these corner stores, they sell us pork, pig feet, pigtails, alcohol, Newports, Swisher Sweets, 40-ounce liquor, everything against Islam. But for money, they put their children through schools. They live in nice houses from corner stores. They don't live in the hood. They just got their little corner store. And us black people, we go there. When it's prayer time, they'll walk in the back and shut the store down, say prayers, and then come back and continue to sell us pork, alcohol, cigarettes, everything against Allah. So that's why we don't follow that. Following the law is what gets you guidance. Following the law of God is what gets you protection. Not, oh, I'm a Muslim. Nah. How you a Muslim and you come on here, smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, smoke weed, come on here high? Oh, I'm a Muslim. Nah, you ain't saw me on this thing high not one time. And I'm not gonna do that. Hell nah. You know why? Because I want to be under the law. I got my own flaws, but I would never display my flaws. You know why? Don't say you Muslim and then you on this thing smoking cigarettes. You are Islamic Muslim from the East. That's exactly what you is. You can't put the cigarette down for till you finish? Nah, hell nah, I need to smoke. Smoke the joint, come on here, yeah, what's happening? All that. Boy, listen, don't tell people that you are Muslim. Just say you spiritual. I heard somebody say, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. That's a better title. That way you can still smoke and drink, fuck, do whatever you want. You ain't, but don't say Muslim and smoking cigarettes. Nah, don't do that. Nah, you going against the teaching. You going against it. You don't want to be, yeah. You don't want to do that. Just keep your religious beliefs separated. Because if you don't, you will put yourself in harm's way, playing with the God, playing with his word, using titles in your titles, and then come on here and talking something else. You ain't read nothing from that scripture that you used as a title. Absolutely diabolical. I'm God chosen. I'm God elect. How many have you saved? How many did you help? Well, I don't got to do that. They help themselves. Then you couldn't be God chosen and you couldn't be elect. You couldn't be with Muhammad because he was going after saving the people. You couldn't be with Jesus. So who are you following? I follow myself. Well, that's the problem. We don't want you. No, we don't want that. Now, you could keep that. You keep that. JT, are you telling people to follow you? No, sir. You ain't gonna catch me on here saying follow me. Hell nah. I'm trying to follow somebody right now myself. I'm not trying to, I will not be on here. Nah, because the work is what gets you blessed. And matter of fact, you know what? Yeah, y'all follow my new channel. How many people do I need over there to go live? Does anybody know? How many people do I need to go live on my new channel? FOI, I need, how many people? 50? Yeah, because I'm going to spend my time over there. I just wanted to just do a little something real quick on here. Yeah, I need 50 people. See, I got 100 and some people in here right now. I need y'all to follow FOI Business 247, and I'm going to pull out the notes in an organized fashion. I will never come on that unorganized. Right now, I'm just flipping through. Yeah. How old are you, Unc? I'm 52, my guy. How you doing? Yep, I'm trying to make it to 53 now. I'm taking 1 year at a time. I'm trying to eat to live, stay out of trouble. FOI Business 247. FOI Business 247. Yep. Man, I got so much I want to share with y'all. What up, what up, what up with it? What's your name? The one and only King Tech. What's up, my brother? Good morning. Yeah, I said I gotta separate this channel. Yeah, this channel, yeah, I need to separate. FOI Business 247. I need 50 of y'all to follow me right now. Let me see if I can look on here and see how many I got right now. Let me see. Because this good sharing of the word, everybody stay with whatever religion you is. Just go deeper with it. Whatever you claiming right now, be found doing it. That's it. Be found living it and be found working on behalf of your Lord. That's what I would recommend. Be found working hard for your Lord right now. Because at the end of the day, faith without works is dead. Uh-oh, I'm at 42 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. I'm looking at it right now. Yep, I'm looking at it right now. 42 subscribers. I need 8 more. They say all I need is 50. So I get 8 more. I'm about to go live over there. Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, sharing knowledge, man. Let me say this to the fake Muslims. Let me share with you something, my Islamic people who think you gonna sneak by Allah. Let me share something with you called the acts of kindness. The acts of kindness is Surah 107, and it go like this. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Hast thou seen him who belies religion? B-E-L-I-E-S. Hast thou seen him who belies religion? That is the one that is rough to the orphan and urges not the feeding of the needy. So woe to the praying one who are unmindful of their prayer, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. Let's break that down. Hast thou seen him who belies religion? Can I get one of my people on here to help me out and put the definition of belies? B-E-L-I-E-S. I want you to check it out. Shout out to whoever helping me get these subscribers up, man, because that's what I want to do, y'all. I got a wonderful teacher in Farrakhan, man, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has gave us 70 years of his life. He is the most successful black leader, not for building money. He said, my job is to build people. I don't focus on building buildings because the kingdom of God is inside the people. You could have a big church or a mosque full of people that's destroyed, damaged, clapping, singing, having a good time. My job is to help build up the person's self-improvement. Is the basis of community development. The kingdom of God is in a Christian, a Muslim, a Hebrew, a Catholic, a Jehovah's Witness, a Baptist, a Methodist, a Islamic person. Listen, the kingdom inside of the people. When you quicken the spirit, the first Adam was made of dust. The second Adam is made of the quickening of the spirit, the Christ. When Christ get in you, you can't help it. You start wanting to change on your own. You don't need no minister to tell you to stop. You don't need God to float down and be like, stop. You start wanting to change on your own. Have you noticed the change in me? That I always continue to try to share this info. You know why? The Christ is coming alive in me, and I can't help it. But lies of appearance fail to give a true notion or impression of something, disguise or contradict, but belies religion. Hast thou seen him who belies religion and urges not the feeding of the needy? What does feeding of the needy mean? It sounds like a homeless person outside giving them food, huh? Feeding of the needy is the people who don't know the word that you got, and you don't want to share the word. You want to give them your word. Hast thou seen him who belies religion and urges not the feeding of the needy? So woe to the praying ones who are unmindful of their prayer, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. This is an act of kindness. Me on here even taking the time to share God's word, where I got it from, so that you don't think that I'm trying to lead you to me. Hell no. Nope. Nope. I can't lead you to me. That's a damn fool. I'll be a damn fool. Yeah, I'm religious. I ain't religious. I'm spiritual. I don't get in it's goofy. Then shut up talking about God. Because every time you open your mouth, God this, God that, like you somebody. You ain't nobody. Much love from Iraq. Thank you for your kindness. Your kindness. Alhamdulillah. Allah the Almighty welcomes you in his kingdom. Stay strong in faith. Come on with it, my Muslim brother. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here trying to teach you something. Nah, let's read it together. What did God say? Hast thou seen him who belies religion and urges not the feeding of the needy? So woe to the praying one who are unmindful of their prayer, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. Oh yeah, see, I'm of the righteous. See, I'm part of God's kingdom. I'm the one, I'm the chosen one. Man, do you know what it takes for somebody to say that? A person who is unmindful of their prayers, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. An act of kindness is sharing that Bible, scripture. Don't tell me to go get no damn Bible. What chapter should I start with? Yeah, start on page 1. Well, that might not help me. In the beginning was the word. That's great. Give me something that talks to me for today. I might need to know a specific chapter. So you don't know no more chapters? Then you shouldn't offer nothing. You can't, yeah. Nah, this ain't no game right now, bro. Playing with God's word, using his words out of his holy book for your YouTube clicks. Guess what that's gonna do? It's gonna bring you failure after failure after failure after failure. Not because I said it, you playing in front of the people's eyes. Let me read a couple. Let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna share something with y'all. I'm gonna show you something right here. And then I'm gonna show you somebody playing. They playing with God. Yeah. Yeah, they playing with God. I didn't tell them to do it. They doing it on their own. Only a fool will use God's word and then don't read nothing and tell the people, I don't got to do that. The opposition brought low. You come from the Holy Quran? Wealth can ruin. Did you know that come from the Holy Quran? The calm before the storm. That come from the Holy Quran. Well, let's go ahead and look at a couple more. I just want to show you. And then in these lives, there's nothing of the Bible or the Quran. It's just using it, hiding under blind religion in disguise. Let's look at it. Let's look at a couple more. Because I see it. I've been warned this individual, but I won't say his name, but he can do what he want. Watch how everything he say he gonna do is gonna fail. Fail, fail. Playing with Allah. My Quran, I have my Quran. My goodness. I wouldn't play like that. I would not play. I wouldn't do it. Because doing that is gonna bring something different to your head. The fate of past opponents, a warning to others. Like, come on, that come from the Quran. So you gonna steal Allah words and use it for your benefit to say that this talking about you. Boy, listen. The fate of past opponents, a warning to others. Nah. The prophet is consoled, no grieving for iniquitous people. The prophet is consoled. And then read nothing from the prophet, though. Saying that's them. Hiding under religion. A lesson in the fate of former people in nature, transformation brought about. Like it's talking about them hiding, and then throughout the live talking crazy to the people that's on there. Like that is something that But I wanted to make sure I spoke on that. I need y'all to get to my other channel though, because we're gonna go live today. Hopefully I got enough people on there. But this is crazy. The Criterion, a warner for all nations. That's chapter 25. Al-Farqan. That's talking about Farqan. Oh, no, it couldn't. No, it is. He the one that warned in our lifetime. He went to all the nations warning them, starting with us, then America, then to Africa, then to Russia, then to the Middle East, then to the Philippines, Haiti, Jamaica. The man then went to every part of the world warning and giving the information. Manifestation of divine light and divine power. Playing with Allah words. Preventive measures, the light. Playing with Allah words. The believers, regrets of the wicked. Playing with Allah words. Well, let's talk about this word. That's Surah 107. Say it again. Hast thou seen him who belies religion and urges not the feeding of the needy? So woe to the praying ones who are unmindful of their prayers, who do good to be seen and refrain from acts of kindness. You know, the more deeper you go into your self-arrogance, the more you think you the chosen one. The more you think you talk about everybody else. That's not Islam. The believer, success of the faithful, polytheist uprooted. When you start calling yourself a monkey and an ape, that is the representation of the white man trying to graft himself back in the caves in the hills of Europe. The ape. Yeah, let's read that one more time before I get up off of here, because that was absolutely something that I was like, damn. The making of the devil. Look at this. Watch this. They were punished by being deprived of divine guidance, for 2,000 years, which brought them almost into the family of wild beasts. Who are you talking about? The European people. They start growing hair on their body. Why would hair grow all over your body? Living in a cave, your body adapting to darkness, dampness. The dog became the best friend. Sexual activity with dogs, sexual activity with animals. What happened? They lost something. What? Going upon all fours, eating raw and unseasoned cooked food. You want to see how the caveman lived? Go Google on YouTube or search YouTube called Quest for Fire. They didn't even have language no more. Guess how they used to talk? The dog barking, and they grow. A character named Tarzan. Remember, the first Tarzan used to grunt. The latest Tarzan, he shaved up, he clean, he got Jane. Tarzan me, yeah. Okay, hold on. Freddie Flintstone, Bam Bam, Freddie Flintstone. Yeah, remember the other cartoons, they beat their wife with the stick? Remember? All right. While that was happening, we was in Africa wearing silk and wearing gold and perfume, and our ladies had braids in their hair. We was charting the stars, building pyramids, but it was something inside of us that needed to come out. So that's why that grafting of another people, they came from us. Let us make man in our image and our likeness, give him dominion and power. Genesis, the first 5 books of the Bible is written by Moses, who was here only 4,000 years ago. The Bible is only 6,000 years ago. Yeah, so who is the people that was on the earth? It was the original people. Well, how did the original people get conquered? We got conquered by the new man. The new man had, oh boy, listen, look at this. They were punished by being deprived of divine guidance for 2,000 years, which brought them almost into the family of wild beasts, going upon all fours, eating raw and unseasoned, uncooked food, living in caves and treetops, climbing and jumping from one tree to another. Little monkey head, little gorilla head. Imagine you call yourself a gorilla, not knowing the origin. Even today, they like climbing and jumping. The monkeys are from them. Before their time, there was no such thing as monkeys, apes, and swine. Monkeys, ape, and swine is only 6,000 years old. Did you hear me? I want you to Google, how old is blue eyes? When did blue eyes start on the earth? It's going to say 6,000 to 10,000 years ago, but it's 6,000. Yeah. The blue-eyed people. What was their job? That's the Adam and Eve you read about. Why did they get kicked out the garden? Disobedience. How long was they outside the garden? They was outside the garden for 2,000 years. Who came to teach them? A man named Musa. You read about a man named Moses, then it's another man named Musa. But it's really talking about the same man, but 2 different time periods. Musa is the one that taught them. They started coming out of Europe, conquering everything around them, each country. Their goal was to get back to the Holy Land and take it over. And they did. They made it back and they took it over. The people in Egypt used to look black. Not no more. They came and took it over. Make the dark ones, you pick up boo-boo, pick up trash, clean our clothes, serve us food. The original people of Egypt, black as ever. The new people, the light. In Islam, in the East, the black Muslim is on the bottom. The top Muslim, Imam such and such, they all white. In Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was white. But Prophet Muhammad said, I see the footsteps of Bilal going into the hereafter before me. What is he talking about? Why did he use an African to be the one to come up with the Allahu Akbar, the call to prayer? was from a black person because he was saying, yeah, it's gonna be some racism in this thing called Islam. You think it's racism in Christianity? Go be a Muslim and go over there to Mecca somewhere and try to go learn from them. You're not gonna see the dark skin one. You're gonna see the light skin, and they gonna make you feel like this ain't your religion already. They try to make it like this that thing. We let you black Americans be Muslim. No, you didn't. Allah made us. Muslim mean one who submit their will to do the will of God. Islam is obedience to the will of God. A person who is obedient, yeah, and you can't join Islam. You born with it. It's your nature that you born with. You born in submission to God. But once we come into the world, we shaped in sin. What is it? We born in sin, shaped in iniquity. Adam, the people of Adam, all in Adam died. Why? Because we come into his sinful type of lifestyle. His sin, that come from those people. Homosexuality, that started with them. We didn't know nothing about that. When that started happening in Sodom and Gomorrah, God didn't like that. He didn't like that. The women sleeping with women, men sleeping with women, orgies, all this. He didn't like that. He said, okay, I'm going to give them a little time, see if they going to get it together. Them folks said, man, Lot and Abraham, we ain't listening to y'all. All right, cool. That fire came down. That city ain't never bounced back. That's a sign. What's going to happen out here? It's going to be the same thing. Something bad is coming. Yeah, y'all come on over there to FOI Business 247. Ancient skeletons reveal that the genetic makeup of modern Europe was established around 4000 BC in the mid. Come on, 6500. Come on. You see that? Hey, look, we gonna go into the roots of this thing, man. Y'all come on over there to FOI Business 247. Whoever come there, I know you coming to hear this word. I will never mix nothing else to talk about on that channel. It will only be this. And you could come in there and disagree. You could come and disagree and you will still be welcome. When I make moderators over there, we only block people who just, of course, it's something just crazy. But if you got to disagree, JT, I don't agree with that. My church taught me this. That's going to be open discussion like how I do here. But sometimes people just say, I got more crazy people on this one. On this one is the crazy channel. Anybody might say anything. Hold on, let me see. Can I go live yet? Let's see. If I got them people on here, boy, we gonna get it in. Yeah, we gonna get it in. And I like doing this too. Cause you know what's the joy of this? When the next big earthquake hit, it's gonna be a whole city destroyed. You heard it live here first. The next big earthquake that hit America, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, Allah gonna destroy a whole city as a sign. And it's just the beginning. California, he said, it's gonna be a great example of California that Arizona gonna be beachfront property. Because the next big earthquake that happened on that side, it come with a tsunami. This is what he said. On the East Coast, something gonna happen where it's gonna make people have to move in closer to the middle of America. It's called the curtailing of America's size. Up, we have 53 subscribers. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can go live. Oh, shit. Oh, excuse me. All right, let me see. Rotate device. Okay, let me see. Rotate device or change streaming orientation. Oh, there I go. Oh, man, we about to get it in. I'm live on my other channel. Yeah, so y'all come over here to FOI Business 247. Yeah, come on over, man. I just hit my quota 50. Now I need to get to 1,000. I'm gonna monetize this thing. Yeah, y'all come on and join me over at FOI Business 247. And I'm gonna prepare myself to have our first session, and we gonna go in. I got to do at least 2 hours with y'all out the gate. Yeah, out the gate. Yeah. Y'all come on over here and leave me a comment. Let me see if I can see somebody. Y'all leave from right here. Come to FOI Business 247. I am live, and I want to see if I get my first see who my first people is. Yeah, come on over to FOI Business 247. I got one person in here. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we dedicate this channel dedicated to God word only. No mixing it with this, mixing it with that. Nothing but God word 247. Oh, I'm so excited. You know, that came to me yesterday. You should make a channel that's strictly for God word. Whoever come there, that's what they coming for. On this channel, people coming, they don't know what they coming for. On that channel, people who come over there, that's all they want to hear. We're not gonna mix up God word, so yes. I'm proud of that. Listen, this is the new motion. Nah, for sure. Yes, sir. I can't see the live. I see somebody hit the like button. Yeah, come to my new channel. I don't see the chat. Do I need to turn the chat on? Peace, God. Block 1318. Excuse me, y'all, if I didn't respond to none of y'all. I'm sorry. I see I got 4 people over here. I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't see no comments yet. Let me see. Be the first in the leaderboard by showing support. Try sending a live chat or super chat. Let me see. You don't see the live. Damn, I'm on there. All right, let me see. You wanna? All right, let's end it. All right, I'm ending it. See, I couldn't see it. Live recap. Oh, wait a minute. It's not supposed to be. I'm supposed to be right here. FOI Business. Oh, you know why? I'm tripping. My fault. All right, there we go. My fault. Now let's do it. Go live. Oh, how many people I gotta have for live? Let me see. How many people I gotta have? View channel. I got 60 subscribers. So how many subscribers you gotta have? Hi, user. How many subscribers I gotta have? Okay, I got 50. Go live. Learn more. Eligibility. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta do something. I don't know. Create a live stream. You gotta have 50. No live streaming restrictions within the last 90 days to verify your. Oh, you gotta verify your channel. Turn on live. You may need to wait 24 hours before you can go start your first live. Oh, okay, my fault, y'all. I just started, so that's why. All right, it says you gotta go, you might have to wait. And then verify your channel. Longer video. Verify. You will be asked to enter a phone number. We'll send you verification code by text or voice call phone. Once you verified your account, okay. Upload videos longer than 15 minutes. Add custom thumbnails. Live stream. Appeal content ID claims. Okay. Okay. All right, my fault, y'all. I thought I could go live. This thing talking about you got just because you hit 50 subscribers, that don't mean you can go live. They say you might have to wait 24 hours. So that, but I was finna start right now. I appreciate y'all. See, that's a beautiful vibe, man. I'm actually loving this aspect of making content now. An all spiritual channel. Hey, look, I'm looking to be at 10,000 subscribers because what I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to ask y'all to repost. I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers quick. Listen, and I'm going to buy me a new suit. Do I need to buy? Now, let me tell you what I'm thinking. They got a lot of colors. I'm thinking about the emerald green, but I don't know what color tie would go with emerald green. I'm also thinking about beige or brown. I got a brown bow tie already. That's awesome. I was like, you know what? I should go desert sand brown, or should I just go dark brown? I don't know. I'm thinking desert sand brown with the chocolate brown handkerchief. Ooh, wow! I'm trying to be icy. Yeah, I need new suits, man. But the green sound awesome to me though. And I'm trying to think what color tie would go with an emerald green suit with the 3 buttons? Orange. Okay. Okay, orange. Yeah, I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about stuff like that. What color? Because I want to be wearing my suit for sure. Somebody said orange. Ooh, don't do it to me, y'all. What? Yeah, when I come on that channel, I want to be suited and booted. No more hoodies. Yeah, no more hoodie. On that channel, suited and booted. Oh my goodness. Oh man. You see the thought process? If you're gonna read God's word, you should look the part. Never come on here with your shirt off, smoking cigarettes, talking about God playing because you showing off jewelry. That's goofy as ever. There will be no massages in Morocco or China or South Africa. Sorry about that. I seen it. I saw it based on activity. I said, oh, nah, this ain't gonna work. We at the end of the world. You think people would care about massages and let's go get our body rubbed down. Nah, we don't need no body rubbed down right now. We trying to make money to feed our families. We not doing that. No, we're not going nowhere to be living that type of lifestyle, man. That's a different lifestyle, brother. Yeah, we don't want to go get no massages. Nah, we're not doing it. So yeah, much love to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Anybody want to go live with me? I need some of my Bible people to come on here. Shout out to my Islamic people. But I want some of my Bible people to go live with me. Yeah, on that channel, I want to bring people on and let's do it together. Because you might could say, well, JT, you don't know about this chapter. And then you pull it out and read it. And I'm like, oh, well, let's go to this chapter. Now we going back and forth on live. That's good content. I think that's going to be awesome. Because some of y'all might be more valuable than you think. Some of y'all been studying, been in church for years and never had a chance to share what you know. And I'm inviting any of my people. You might come on and say, I got a Quran. Okay, brother, come on, brother. Somebody might say, I got my Bible, JT. I got my grandma Bible. It's this thick. I got the real Bible from 15, what year did the Bible come out? The King James, 1611. That thing is the one grandma and them be having. It be this big. Now my Bible is this big, but the 1611 King James, them books going for $1,000 right now. Now they got some other ones that's bootleg. Do you want a real Bible from 1611? $1,500. When my money, I got one. Bootleg. I got one. It got the full colors of all the angels is white. Moses white. A picture of God, he white. Jesus white, all the, like full color candy coated paper. I'm like, ooh, this hard. Yep. My music is on not important right now. Yep. Yeah, I need y'all to subscribe to FOI Business 247, my new channel. I'm so excited about it. Yeah, I want y'all to come on there and let's get to it. All my white fans, come on, don't be mad, my white fans. Y'all come on over there too. Yep, because it's not about racism. You know, my white population that support me has always been, you know, supportive. Even in me sharing the knowledge of their history, I have a lot of white supporters that's like, JT, I'm not with what my daddy did, my granddaddy them did. Like, I'm not into racism, JT. I support you and I rock with you. So I want all my white fans to know you still welcome, man. Come on. Oh, you just did it, old dog? I appreciate you. They told me I gotta wait 24 hours to go live, but I will do some pre-recorded and I'm gonna post some on there for y'all today. Talk about reparations. Reparations start with us. Reparations start with God. Reparations don't start in the government. It doesn't start with a petition. It doesn't start with marching. Reparations start with us coming back to God, and then he unlocked what's owed to us through the scripture that has already been prophesied in the book of Genesis with Abraham. So reparations might not be given, but in the story of the children of Israel, before they left Egypt, they left with great substance. That's the Genesis 15. Okay. After Pharaoh and them he wanted to let them go, and then God hardened his heart. Yeah. After the plague, each plague, he was saying, all right, Moses, you can go. But by the next morning, he'd be like, nah, I changed it. Pharaoh, yeah, God used for example. After the first couple plagues, he wanted to let the children of Israel go. Moses, y'all go and get up out of here. When that water turned to blood, hey, you go. Then he got mad again. Matter of fact, nah. When them flies came and them frogs and all that stuff, all right, come on, man, y'all get out of here. The next day, nah, changed my mind. We'll get through this. He said, oh, he told Moses, I got 7 years worth of food stored up already. Guess what he said? And I got wine for my people to drink instead of water. He said, nah, what's coming through tomorrow, you're not gonna like it. Guess what came through? Some locusts with big teeth, eating up all the grass, ate the wheat, the tomatoes was gone, the onions, the bell peppers, the garlic, the apples, the oranges, the bananas, everything was ate up by millions or billions of these mosquitoes called locusts. He still was like, all right, go, y'all go. Right after that, he still said, nah, y'all gotta stay. Man. After the last plague of death, we all want to know what symbolically does it mean to put the blood of the lamb on your doorpost so when the death plague comes, it passes over you. We want to dig into that. What does it mean to put the blood of the lamb at your doorpost, at the front of your doorpost? For when the last plague come through to kill the firstborn of every house. The blood of the lamb, the life of the lamb, the Christ. Put that on your doorpost. Block out everything else. Why? No man know the date and no man know the hour. You can read the signs that it could be tonight or tomorrow. It say that it's gonna come all of a sudden. People not gonna be prepared. So by you hearing me talking right now and spending your little quality time with me on here, when you get off of here, you should think about your salvation. Not, I got baptized and I'm saved. What have I been doing with my life? What actions am I doing? What do I need to cut out so I don't disqualify myself? Satan's job of this world is to make us forget God's word and focus on a distraction. that might even be something that disqualify ourselves at the wrong time. You could have been living a sinful life like I have all our life. One day you wake up and be like, you know what? I don't want to do that. I know it's going to come with a price tag. Let me fall back. Now you start falling back. You watch your friend go through it, a family member go through it like, oh, I used to do that too. I'm glad I ain't doing that, and I'm gonna go my own way. I don't want to go down. So I appreciate y'all, man. And I might come back with another live on here so I can get the numbers up. I need to get a few hundred people over there. Yep, I'm putting my Bible out, my Quran, and we're going to have a great time. So until we meet again, God bless y'all. Peace to the streets. And just try your best, y'all, this hour. Uh-oh, there go that cat. Y'all still ain't left? Cat still ain't left. Peace to the streets.